Works. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So what's up, guys? I'm here live on YouTube, but also live on TikTok here. If you guys are on TikTok, whoever's gonna be coming in, well, one person right now, but this is the first time I'm going live with my setup. Well, my setup so far, and we're gonna be doing a few things. Right now, I just got this guy here. If you're coming into this or seeing the replay of this, what this channel basically is I mean, it's called Justin Universe, and that's Just and then 10 and then Universe, and Justin is my name. And pretty much what we're gonna be talking about is not only stories that I've created and productions I'll be working on, but also nerd and fandom stuff. You know, nerd and fandom stuff, and gonna be just doing reviews of just different productions and different series that is out there, comics, TV, movie, toys, games, all that kind of stuff. So and also, but the biggest majority stuff we're going to be working on here and what we're going to be putting out is content about the local fandom. You know, not necessarily politics, not necessarily racism, but highlighting those things, because that's one of the things that we're going to actually navigate through in this actual topic right now. But before we jump into that topic, I found something really, really cool. What's up, guys? Jacob, what's up, man? I'm live on my YouTube channel for the first time with all my cool setup. Let me actually show my TikTok people my little setup here. And then my Sony A6300. Really cool setup. So yeah, I've been on my ginger ale too. Good stuff. So I actually picked up this guy here. Thanos. Let me see if I focus on it. Come on, focus. No, you're not gonna focus on it. There we go. This I have not seen. Well, in person. So I picked this guy up. I'm gonna show my TikTok people. So I picked this up today in Target, and I was like, yeah, I haven't seen that before. Like again, like I said, like in person, I haven't seen that, so I scooped it, and we're gonna kind of break it open today, right now, and kind of look through it, review it, set it up, and kind of get into the topic at hand. Yeah, man, it's really sick. It's really sick. So, Biz, I see you on YouTube, man. What's up? I appreciate you guys, all your supporters and stuff like that. I should have came prepared with some sort of knife here, so we can actually break through this. I actually set up this YouTube account not too long. I was saying not too long ago. I set this up a while back ago because I'm working on an audio production right now of Star Wars. It's about more of like the Sith lore. So I'm working on that with different voice actors right now, and we're working on episode 1 right now. What's up, Collecting? Good to have you in here, man. So I'm sipping ginger ale because, you know, ate Taco Bell last night, so you know my stomach be bugging. So yeah, we're working on episode 1 right now. I think it's gonna be like a 4 or Collecting. Did you send me something, man? Oh, what you sent me? I appreciate it, man. That's dope. I never had somebody send me on TikTok before. So what is my favorite Marvel character? You can't ask me stuff like that, man, because I have like different phases of characters. Um, Off the top, like land wise, like Earthbound, Captain America, kind of off the top of my head. Cosmic wise, man, I would I would probably have to say, I don't know, Silver Surfer on top of my head. There's so many. It's that's a hard question to do. All right, so we broke into this here. We show a little bit of and kind of open this up. This dude's pretty huge. I mean, it's my hand, so. That's a fair point. There's so many different. Yeah, there's so many different types, man. So many different types. This is probably gonna be loud. This dude is actually pretty huge. And what's dope? Let me show you guys this first. This is what I thought was really cool. I don't remember from the top of my head. I don't know if it's like stated in the comics of what's up, Heather? Also live on TikTok and live on YouTube. This I don't know if it's old Thanos. Let me show it to the cameras here. Can you focus on that? Focus on that. Focus on that. There we go. That's cool. That's really cool. I need to show you this, guys. That's super dope. So we got that. We also got the snap fingers of the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, this is still one of my favorite comics. This is actually from the Infinity Gauntlet 90 series by Stan Lee. There's a different gauntlets here. There's this one, and then there's, of course, the snap one. I actually created a shirt that I was going to sell, but I haven't put it out there like that. It's actually like, oh snap, but it's actually the old Infinity Gauntlet like this. So let me see if I can focus on that. Focus on that. I got autofocus on, so no. This is live. Come on. Don't embarrass me. There we go. Pretty dope. And then there is this guy. Where you at? Where you at? There we go. Cool. All right. So y'all want me to put the snap on? I guess y'all right. That's a given. It's so loud. All right. After we break this into, guys, we're gonna actually jump in the topic. This thing is huge. Look at my hand. This thing is huge. So we kind of rotate for the camera here. Really cool quality. Drawers, a little bit loose. Probably. It looks dope, man. It looks dope. Right, so Thanos is okay. Well, pop question. I mean, whoever wants it, and if you want to do it on the replay, you can put it in the comments below. What gauntlet? Which hand is Thanos' gauntlet? Whoever has the first. Which hand is Thanos' gauntlet? Don't be Google searching. Left, that's right. And then Tony's is right. Right being the more dominant. So all symbolism here. So I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this. This looks pretty dope. I'm just going to be leaving right here. Pretty dope. I wish he would like bend a little bit more, but I don't want to break him. This is really dope. This is like one of my favorite toys right now. Dope. Over there by my computer. Again, one of my other favorite ones, this pop right here. I think I've showed you this on live. This one. This is like one of my favorite pops. Pretty dope. Oh, how much was what? Thanos or Venom? Thanos? Okay, funny story about this. I set this up at the same time I'm live. Funny story about Target, right? So I buy a lot of my stuff at Target. As with the Target app. Too much. I'll just leave that there for right now, so I can focus on this. Funny story about Target is on on um on the price it was $30. Now where they placed it wrong. They placed it on the 14.99 display. So it's early in the morning. It's probably like it was like probably like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning this morning, and I went to go um, check it on my Target app, because if you use the Target app, you pretty much have the discount. If you don't have the discount, they'll have online prices. Now, guys, if you use the app online prices, they have to honor that. So I saw it on the Target app also for $29.99, but it was on the $14.99 bracket. So I told them, they marked it down, so I got it for $14.99. Dope sauce. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do sometimes at Target. With also Star Wars books and Star. But can we talk about a little bit about the Pokemon cards? Like, where the hell is all the Pokemon cards? Pokemon cards are nowhere. I mean, with all the recent influencers and the popularity of the Pokemon, people bringing the cards back, people playing the game again. It's literally, there's no Pokemon cards anywhere. And I'm in Atlanta right now. Well, one of my good friends in San Antonio, Texas. It's sold out everywhere, guys. Pokemon cards are just gone everywhere. So one of the hot topics right now, I want talking to you guys and on here, if you watch this on the replay too, and again, this is my first YouTube, so if you guys are in here on the playback, like it, comment, share it, all that kind of good stuff. Is the new fandom. I already put 3 videos out, this series that I'm doing on TikTok, but it's I'm having this kind of conversation right here. And I've been, there's a few people watching right now on TikTok that I have been kind of conversations with in their DM, and my biggest question over the whole new fandom toxicity, and I know toxicity in fandom is not necessarily a new thing, as it's been happening for decades, but if we look at the track record of DC, Marvel, I mean, all these things that are happening, it's Star Wars. It's getting worse, and I think one of the reasons why it is getting worse. Let me fix it, guys. Let me put y'all right there. Y'all look better there. The reason why it's getting a little bit worse, I think, is due to social media. I really think social media is it's a problem and a curse. I mean, it's a good thing and a curse at the same time. When situations are good, when situations are heartfelt, it's emphasized by social media. When there's an issue and there's problems and racism and all that stuff, it gets emphasized by social media. So where I'm going with this is a comment that was recently, Star Wars toxicity is so bad and it's sad. I think Star Wars fandom toxicity is almost as violent and dangerous as baseball fandoms, baseball fans. They're pretty bad, but again, baseball fans are like, they'll kill you. Like, I think baseball and soccer fans, you can't wear a Red Sox jersey in New York, or a New York uniform in Cubs. It's like, that's what baseball fans are like. But seeing how crazy that is, and I know it's at some points in history it's gotten really bad, but I'm seeing how the fans are now. Excuse me, how the fans are now. It's just crazy, man. It really is crazy. I'm 35 years old. I've been kind of growing up in Marvel and comics and Star Wars and stuff like that, and even though there are some things that have been brought to light in the past, like let's say in Star Wars example, we've seen like some drama coming up in the prequels that we've never seen before, but now is being brought into light. I understand there's things that has always been there, But one of the reasons, the main anchor of my motivation of having this is due to this big narrative of racism and politics should not be in Marvel or DC and stuff like that, or Star Wars. And I really don't like to use this term at all. I really don't like to use this term. But true fans know that's a bunch of bullcrap. That is a bunch of bullcrap. That is a bunch of bull stuff. Because we know, like, Stan Lee's interviews and George Lucas's interviews, they've always been motivated. Specifically, Stan Lee's been motivated by putting this. That's what Marvel's best known for, is highlighting and bringing justice into these two social situations, and for people to come in, and again, I don't know how long they've been in this. They might have been in it for a long time, but maybe appreciate the share, Busy. Appreciate the share, man. I really appreciate it. You can be in a fandom, like you can be in a family, you can be in an organization, you can be in a church, you can be in so many things, and you can be there for 10, 20 years and just sit there and not be contributive or take in things, so it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting, man. Busy, thanks for sharing, man. Um it's very interesting to see um the fans that are, and again, guys, don't hear me wrong, don't hear me the right way. Like, I'm super pumped. I'm holding like the old Thanos head. um I'm super pumped for these new fans that are coming in, those Mandalorian fans, those um the the sequel trilogies fans. And I mean, I personally don't care for, I'll say, I don't care for the sequel trilogies that much. But being that they're connected to Star Wars, I mean, I honor that. But I'm excited for all the new fans that are coming in, all the new fans that came in with WandaVision, that are so new to Marvel. And even what the pandemic did, what COVID did, what 2020 did to, like, bring these new fans in, because they didn't have nothing to do but to watch the Marvel movies now and the Star Wars movies now. So I get it. I get it. And maybe I'm just too maybe I'm just looking at it too deep. But this is a very interesting conversation to have. It's a very interesting topic to have. So I just want to hear what you guys think. Some of you guys that are watching, and some of you guys that are watching this on the playback, some of you guys grew up with this content. And sometimes our emotions are entangled in that. Our time and life that we spent into watching and reading the novels and trying to make movies and ourselves, and fan fictions and drawings and whatnot, cosplays, all that kind of stuff. There's lifetime, like decades, put into this. So when I look at that formula can be seen anywhere else. Like, it really can. It can be found in business. I'm a business owner. It can be seen upon an organization, nonprofits, all that kind of stuff. You can be working for a nonprofit for like 10, 20 years, and then some new cats come in with their new perceptions and their new mindsets and stuff like that. And not totally disregarding them, but some of them have to be tweaked. And some of us that have been in the game for a while have to adapt sometimes. Just like we see the content adapting with the new narratives in society now, with the homosexuality and transgender, all those kind of things. That type of narrative is being pushed into comics, is seeing that more. Now, I'm not trying to be like liberal or anything like that. I'm not trying to bring that much. I'm not a political person at all. But I know sometimes what we're talking about, people are like, hey, well, that's political. I'm not trying to take the joy out of these things. I'm not trying to take the joy out of what we've been loving all this time with comics and the MCU and the Snyder Cut and all those kind of things. What I'm saying is that, and I'm not coming with any type of solution, guys. I'm not coming with I have all the answers or anything like that. I'm not even saying I have answers. I'm just kind of like giving my 2 cents for an average fan like all of us that are watching, that I think with social media, I think we have gotten to a place where all of us that are watching, all of us that are fans, are right into the boardroom. Like when we see that post, when we see that article, social media gives us that access and that door right into the boardroom, where sometimes they want that. Like when I say the IP studios, Disney, so I doubt that they want the fans in the boardroom where they're making the hard decisions. But sometimes social media does that. So currently, case in point, the whole Snyder Cut, the fandoms that are coming out of the Snyder Cut. What's up, guys that are just coming in? TikTok, YouTube's right here. We're both live. Excuse me. The whole Snyder Cut fandom is it started really cool, in its infancy. I'll say that. Like pretty much saying starting right after the Joss Whedon cut. Yeah, I lost a whole bunch of people right as soon as I started talking about Snyder Cut. It's hilarious to me. So with the Snyder Cut fans and its infancy, they were very, very passionate. They have, whenever, I don't really know in detail the story of that, but pretty much there was a fan that created this initiative, and now we are at a point where they motivated and influence the movement of this release, the Snyder Cut. And we've gotten to a place, and long story short, we're here now, and the Snyder Cut just got released. It was like years in the making, bringing Snyder back on the project. A lot of people don't know that he had to drop the project. That's why Joss Whedon got it. A lot of people know the story. If you don't, his daughter committed suicide. He had to drop the film, come back. A lot of people don't understand how to respond to that whole situation, because it's never been done before. Now we know director's cut and extended cuts and all those kind of things, but nobody like, hey, can you release your cut of the film? That's never kind of been done before in that sense. And with those situations, we don't know as a fandom how to respond to it. So, excuse me. With that in mind, with that being said, sometimes fandoms, especially toxic ones, only know how to react to it. So, what's happening now with the Snyder Cut fans? And I personally enjoyed the Snyder Cut. I wanted DC. I wanted this to be a win for DC and their new owners and all that stuff, especially Warner Brothers. Um, I wanted. I just wanted this to be a win, and I enjoyed it. I'm a film head. I'm a film major, so I don't really care about lengths of film as long as the storytelling is strong and everybody has opinion to it. That's totally cool. I respect everybody's opinion. But I live from a place. I live with this one principle. If you have an opinion, um, that's amazing. That's great. I respect that. But can you articulate that? If you cannot articulate why you hate or love a thing, do you really love or hate it? Or are you just borrowing an opinion, especially a popular opinion? This, in case in point, of screw the Snyder Cut, don't restore the Snyder Cut, I hate him, this movie sucks, blah 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 blah. I don't really understand that. I don't get it. Why the Snyder haters are that relentless and they want his head, even though some actually know the reality why he actually had to drop off. Some people don't understand why this project had to actually be something. But and I understand the people on the other side of that narrative that were saying this is not right for a faction in the fandom to motivate an industry like this, to push something that's not necessarily needed to be pushed. I get that. I understand that. But I just want you, like, you know, I just want everybody to have their own opinions and stop borrowing it and stop going with the popular opinion of cancel culture, and in PC, like it's just it's just crazy, guys. And now, where at one point the Snyder cut fans or fandom had this relentless zeal to it, and then got to a point where the Snyder cut was released, we were all happy. Being that Warner Brother, I don't know if you want to say canceled Snyder and saying, hey, we're not going to release this. We're not going to restore the Snyderverse. You had your fun, booyah. Now, again, as of right now, we don't know what's going on. As a fandom on this side of media, we don't know. We can always speculate. We can always put theories out there. But we don't know. We don't know what's going on. And they could restore it, and they couldn't. One of the things I don't like now about what the Snyder Cut fandom has turned into is bullying Warner Brothers now and crapping on Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong movie before it even came out. It comes out tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, and giving it a bad rating just because it's Warner Brothers. That that's not it's not how we do. It's not how it's supposed to be. It's not how it's supposed to be. So, like, why do we tend to? It's like, with you having that access into the boardroom, like we said, it's like you don't know what you want. Like, what would make you happy? So one of the individuals I talked to that are against the Snyder Cut, and I'm always cool with them. I'm not like pushing them on, like, pushing the narrative about, hey, you need to not only accept my opinion but be on my side. I'm just talking to them. I'm having a conversation with them. I'm respecting them. Of course, majority of the time that's not, reciprocated, but I'm pretty much okay. Say, hey man, like, I hear what you're saying. You don't want this movie should have never been released. You don't like it. You hate it. You don't like how they did Batman. You don't like how they did this. You don't like the slow motion stuff. You don't like this. You don't like this. What would you have want to seen, or what would actually make you happy? And majority of the time, those haters and toxic fans say pretty much the same thing. They pretty much say the same thing. They say, well, I want this version of Batman. I want this version of Superman. And every single one of them have somewhat not the same, but all such a different version of what Superman, their version, or their version of Batman, their version of Wonder Woman, whatever the case might be, is. So, as a DC fan, on the side of all the stuff we've got in the course of, let's say, ever since the 90s, okay? We had the Tim Burton Batmans. First two, probably great. Third one started getting weird. Fourth one is really weird. Okay? Then we had I might be skipping some things, but then we got Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Historic trilogy. For Christopher Nolan to actually say this is one of the best DC movies, and then as a fandom, we're kind of doing like the fans, like we did to George Lucas. We praise Christopher Nolan, and then when Christopher Nolan drops that knowledge, we don't respect it, but we say, oh, nah, you don't know what the hell you're talking about anymore. Screw this guy. Cancel Nolan. Cancel Snyder. I mean, what are you fine with? Are you fine with Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern? Because if you look at the tapestry of DC stuff that we've gotten, we haven't got a lot of strong ones, you know. So to see this storytelling unfold the way it did, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I'm rambling now. So yeah, my main point is just more so the fans and where we have gotten as a new fandom, and how we've gotten to this place of just like, what, you like Ray? Oh well, you must not be a true fan. Like I didn't care for the sequel trilogies. I can do without them. Of course, there was a lot of great stuff about it. But it says that. Like, who says that? I know Star Wars Theory on YouTube doesn't cancel people like that. They respect them. No, and but I don't know. But yeah. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna cut this short, guys. This is my first time on YouTube, guys. So if you watch the replay, I appreciate you guys just liking, commenting, and sharing all that kind of stuff. And thank you guys for hanging